Afrobeat news. So guys, let's talk about the one and only Fireboy DML. Now, Fireboy DML was at the BTs. He was in the house. He came through and he represented for Afrobeat music. Fireboy DML was one of those guys that did not go home with any award, was not awarded, he was nominated, he didn't really go back with an award, but yet he still came through and he represented heavily for Afrobeat music. Now, what do I mean by this? I meant Fireboy DML was in the house and Fireboy DML performed. Now, when I first heard that Fireboy DML was going to perform at the BET, I made two assumptions that I shouldn't have made, that we are completely far off, right? The first assumption I made was that if Fireboy DML at this very early stage of his career has been invited to perform at the BETs, I was like, most likely was going to be probably at the pre-shows, just before the main event, and it wasn't going to be on the main stage. Now, with that, I was wrong, because Fireboy DML was actually invited up on stage to perform. Fireboy DML performed in the grand stage at the BETs. Now, aside from that assumption, the other assumption I made that was far off from what had happened was that Fireboy DML was not going to be able to hold down a performance worthy of the BETs. So what I ended up saying was that most likely Fireboy DML was going to be on the main stage, then Ed Sheeran would, be up there with him to perform, because they're going to perform Peru song. And my ideology was that at least having Ed Sheeran there, Ed Sheeran was going to supplement for Fireboy DML lackluster performance, because that was what I was expecting, and that idea isn't an idea that I just completely brought up from nowhere. I generally feel like most of these are new school cats, these new school artists, these ones that are coming up in the game, the Remas and Joe Boys and all of them. They can't give great live performance. That's the general notion right now, because we are yet to see them stand out in live performance yet. The older guys, they've really made a mark, so it's easy for us to be able to say, okay, we know for sure like this guy can do it, right? So I can say for sure Burna Boy can give a great live performance. But for the newer guys, right now they're just in this box where I feel like they are all like uncertain to me. I'm not really sure if these guys can really give great live performance. And most of them, when they go on shows, all they do is those DJ stuff, DJ hit this one and they jump around. So they've not really given me a reason for me to move them from that box. However, Fireboy DML, with his latest performance at the BETs, just made himself one of the first artists that I'll be moving, and this from the new school guys, right? I'll be moving to an artist that can perform live, all because of what he did at the BET. This guy came through and he stole the night. His performance was really, really groundbreaking, and I'm not trying to exaggerate here. He killed his performance. So guys, here without much talk, this is Fireboy DML performing at the BETs. Roll it. guys, what do you think about this particular performance from Fireboy DML? And in case some of you guys are feeling like Fireboy DML wasn't all that great, this is a legend, right? A legend in the person of Busta Rhymes, complimenting Fireboy DML after his mind-blowing performance at the BETs. Here's a clip, roll it.
Honor King, honor King, honor King. Congrats, man. Fucking up the place.
So as you guys have seen, like, Fireboy DML came through, and he gave a really good show. And I think after the show, Fireboy DML himself knew that he did a great job, because after the show, Fireboy DML came out on Twitter and he tweeted this: "Last night, Afrobeats won." Simple and short, that was what Fireboy DML tweeted. Just made it simple, short, straight to the point, and that particular tweet encapsulated what happened that night. Fireboy DML performance represented properly for Afrobeat music. Like, it brought everything that Afrobeat represented with his performance. Then Wizkid and Thames obviously winning was another icing in the cake. But guys, here, tell me what you think about this particular one, and guys, don't forget to like and subscribe, as well as turn on post notification, and stay tuned for more Afrobeat related